Dude, I think
You have a total of negative 10 viewers.
what? You have been banned.
What? Have you seen that video of the spelling bee kid? And
I think we're live, dude.
are we? Nice.
Yeah. What video? What video?
Villia. He's like, spell coagulate or something. And he's like, I know this one.
I know this one. I know this one.
Yeah. And then he gets it wrong and he goes, what?
I like iridoticlitis.
Iridoticlitis.
You ever seen that one?
Is that the same one?
I don't know. It's like
Oh.
a little kid. It's like, spell this, iridoticlitis. Dude, all right.
It's serious.
I think we're live.
All right, sweet.
Shit,
On
this is
air.
kind of cool. This is the first one where we can actually literally say we're live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Let's do the Vin Diesel thing. Guys, we're live.
We're on a lot.
We're live.
We're being live.
Guys,
right now.
we're live.
This is 100% live.
We're live. This is totally live. Guys, if you're not listening to this live, you're not even listening to this at all.
We're live now.
Guys, I think we're live.
What is this truck in the corner here?
Oh, that's a little software thing. You can like have that play over the screen. I don't fully know how that piece works, but I haven't had to use it, so I haven't worried about it.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Very cool.
Thanks. Very great. Awesome. Looking forward to it. All right, dude. What have you been up to?
Living life, buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you?
New dad shit. Not sleeping all that much, but
All
I'm
right.
starting to get like a this episode sponsored by Vita Coco. Get your Vita Coco here.
Vita Coco coconut water, the original coconut water,
So-
nutrients and electrolytes.
So I haven't been sleeping all that much. I'm starting to get a hang of it because I've got the night shift.
Yeah.
So I'm giving her a bottle like at midnight or 1 o'clock, and then from like 3 to 4 or 4 to 5, and then I wake up and then I do work stuff.
So it's like, so you're up at 5. Dude, you sent me a text or something the other morning at 4 o'clock, and I was like, eyes half open. I was like, oh man, Chris must have had a rough night.
Well, it's like I get to go back to sleep sometimes, but
Yeah.
I'm figuring it out.
Yeah,
It's-
dude. There's all these rules and things you're supposed to do, but there's no rules or things that you're really supposed to do. You just got to figure it out as it comes to you. I think it's different for everybody.
So what were the first few months like for you guys? Do you even remember?
It was a lot, dude. Luckily, my parents were there, so my mom helped big time. And remember, like I think we were talking to you guys about this. It's almost like, so you're taking care of this new human, so you can't really take care of yourself. So
Yeah.
it's like you don't need people there to like take care of the baby. Because like, you know, Jenny was like doing everything she could, because she was off for maternity leave, and it's like you're just exhausted all the time. So it's not even, you don't need help with that baby. You just need help helping yourselves.
Yeah.
Like, dude, help clean the house, cooking meals, things like that is that was amazing. But dude, I just remember being tired. I'm still tired a lot.
I think we're just gonna be tired
Yeah.
from now on.
Yeah. Is it strange too? Tell me if you feel this way. Like now you have a responsibility. It's always there now.
Yes.
So like no matter what you're doing, you're like, okay, I have another thing that I have to make sure is okay throughout the day.
It's always there.
Yeah.
Like there's no, at least right now, it's not like any like this thing that I've got to do, or it's just kind of everything's around her, you know?
Do you freak out at night?
What do you mean?
Like I'd wake up and I'd be like, put my hand on her to make sure she was okay.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. And Jenny would be like, Matt, she's fine. Go to sleep. Dude, Jenny got mad at me one time. Sorry, Jen. I was like, because I was just like paranoid about like the baby being okay, and we weren't sleeping a lot, and I kept on like waking up Jenny because she was sleeping on that. I don't know if she was in a basket. I think we had her in a basket in the middle of our bed, a Moses basket. I think that's what it was. And like I kept on like just making sure she was okay and like not rolling over. And Jenny, I like actually woke her up one time. She's like, "You need to stop this now."
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, "All right, I got to cool down a little bit and stop."
Yeah, Rebecca's
That's
kind of
about it.
Rebecca's got the more of the panic stuff, but my problem is that I can like sleep through a lot, and Rebecca's like real light. So the baby makes like these. She goes like in the middle of the night. She just makes these sounds, and so Rebecca just fucking. She's like, and then a minute later,
Yeah, I don't blame her. That's what I would do.
yeah, and so that's what we're figuring out now.
So you're sleeping through the crying,
Not full crying,
the uhs.
but yeah, like that stuff. But it's because I'm like up during the day, and then at night, like we'll usually go to sleep, and then I gotta wake up 2 times throughout the middle of the night, and so like, dude, nobody told me when you become a dad like how fucking like angry you get. Sometimes you're just like, you're so tired, and then like, especially when you go and like feed the baby, and then you're like, okay, she's good to go.
Yeah.
Maybe you change her, and then it's been like an hour, right? And then you like bring her in to the bedroom, like put her in the sleeping arrangement, and she's like, and
What
you're
do you
like,
need?
what the fuck do you need? and then you gotta and then it's like, oh, you didn't feed her enough, so I gotta start the process all over again, because then she's like awake, and then you gotta feed her, and you gotta burp, and then you gotta like hold her up for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then she's like awake, and then you gotta like walk around with her to rock her back to sleep. So you end up spending like 2 hours each time, just like awake in the middle of the night, like, okay, all right, it's okay, you know, you don't have to keep around.
Nothing's worse than going through the whole feeding or something like that, and then like you've done it for an hour, and you're like, oh, finally, I got to go back to sleep, and it's like, psych, you're up longer. Then that's when that's like mentally, like you're like, what?
That's what I'm talking about. I already made like the mental commitment to going back to sleep.
Yeah.
And she's like, nope. And that's like, you know what's weird about it too is like you're not even like mad at the baby. You're just like, you're mad, and then you're like concerned because you're like, well, I don't want to do anything like crazy like to hurt the baby, but I'm also really pissed off. So you just have to like sit there and be like, okay, it's okay, it's gonna be all right, dude, don't freak out.
Shout out to all the parents out there, like our parents, like like they had to do this. They've already gone through this, and I think I'm just realizing this now that like it's this cycle. Like people that don't have kids, you know. I didn't even know what was going on.
Whoops.
The vacuum. I don't think she understood what you said.
Nope, definitely not.
What was I saying?
Something about parents.
Yeah,
you were pandering.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, like, God bless our parents, because they had to do all this probably with like less technology and the things that we have to do today, and like you easily forget that.
Yeah.
And like there's just something, man, about taking care of another little mini human that like people with kids, I guess, just won't I don't even understand it yet, but like people that don't have the kids, like I think about like single mothers and single fathers now. Holy shit,
dude. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Dude, nothing but respect, and God bless all the single parents out there and whatever anybody has going on, because it's a lot.
Fucking yeah, dude. It's like with both of us, it's a lot. And then even if you get like support from your parents and stuff like that, it's a lot. So yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. So I mean,
out.
what should I do now? Do I just keep fucking trudging along?
It's like a plant. You just water it like once a week, and then
yeah, go
kidding,
home like
it was a joke.
I go home like once a week, and that's fine. You know, say hi to the kid.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, you doing good?
Head
All
out,
right, cool,
yeah.
cool. I think
head
that's-
out. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. There's no blueprints, which is nuts in itself that there's no blueprints. Humans have been around for how long? There should be a blueprint on this, but there's not.
No, and I mean, like, people will give advice and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah. But it's not, you don't really care. I didn't care when people were giving us advice.
No, you don't listen.
It's honestly kind of annoying. Am I wrong?
No. And a lot of times, too, when you're getting the advice, you're, like, fucking tired. So you're just like,
Cool.
all right. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, I got it. Okay, thanks. Bye.
But you know deep down that, like, okay, that's cool that worked for you, but.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It's really cool, though. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. It's like not, I don't know, maybe moms have something different where it's like, oh, yeah, like, I knew that moment, and, like, I knew this was my baby, and blah, 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 and for me, it's different. Like, even before it was different, right? It wasn't like, I wasn't like, oh, my God, I'm so excited. Or, like, girls always say, like, oh, I'm so excited to meet Lana. And I'm like, that thought has never crossed my mind, like, being excited to meet her. I was always like, oh, shit. I have to make sure that, like, I have, like, stability. Like, I made stability. And then now I'm like, oh, I got to make sure I'm not, like, wasting my time doing stuff,
Well,
you know?
Especially, you see, I was like that. I was like, I'm curious, like, what her personality is going to be like, what she's going to be like. Dude, you didn't think about that at all? I was like, I wonder, like, what
Maybe you're more in tune with your feminine side than I am.
Could be, man.
Oh,
Maybe I am.
You're so sensitive,
dude. I was.
I didn't
was
think about
curious.
that at all.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Like, whatever color hair she's gonna have, who she's gonna look like, more stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, stuff like that. I just never thought of it like meet her. You know, like, oh, I can't wait to meet her.
Oh, yeah, no, in that way, not so much. But I was excited to, like, see what it was all about when she got here.
Yeah, me too. I was like, all right, we did this for this long.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this kid gonna look like?
But I think you're right, though. There's something like a maternal bond between, I'm guessing, if there's any mothers listening, women mothers, there's a maternal bond.
Any moms on YouTube want to leave some comments in the live stream?
Oh, yes. I'm a mom, and I wanted to watch Cheine On Wednesday night.
I tune in every Wednesday night.
Most moms go and have a glass of wine and watch, I don't know what show's out there, but.
Dude, you know what show we've been watching that's really fucking good is Peaky Blinders. Have you ever watched it?
The first couple episodes, the dude that played the Scarecrow in Batman, right? He's the main character.
Oh, is that the same guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not realize that at all, but...
Dude, real quick, another character that you might not know plays another character. Did you watch Harry Potter at all?
I've seen them, yeah.
The guy that, Sirius Black?
I think so.
The guy that plays it. It's this blew my mind, and I never made this reference, but that's the commissioner from Batman. Same guy. Gordon? Name Gordon?
Sirius Black. This guy? Let me pull this up.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Really?
That's the commissioner, or the Gordon. This is Gordon from Batman. Batman Returns. All the Batmans.
Sirius Black actor.
Gary
shit, that is Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
What?
Yeah, when I found that out, I was like, no way. Good actor.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't know that. Wow, you learn something new every day. That's so exciting.
Oh, look, he played Jon Snow, too. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right here. Wow, that's the same guy, dude. That's crazy. I had no idea. Wow. That's amazing. Let's see.
Kit Harington wants to play Sirius Black in Harry Potter prequel. Oh, and like the
Kit Harington wants to be Gary Oldman.
You will never be Gary Oldman.
Oh, this is cool. Sweet. All right. Well, we're figuring out how to do this TV thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what Return does. No, that doesn't do anything. Let's put this back.
So do you like it, though, dude? Do you like being a dad?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's cool. It's, yeah, it's just different than I thought it was going to be. But I don't know. I do like kind of like the time that you're like holding her and then she's like looking like right into your eyes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's pretty wild because she's starting to get to that point. She's a month old now, so she's getting to that point where she's like able to like focus on stuff and she can like track you with her eyes and things like that.
That's good, man.
And so like it's kind of cool because she's like really like looking at you. She's like,
Which is, I think that's pretty advanced for a 1-month-old.
is it?
I think so.
Oh, Rebecca ate a lot of vitamins during
probably
pregnancy. I wouldn't be surprised if that has something to do with
It
it.
could. Yeah, very well
Dude,
could.
she ate like fucking 1,000,000 vitamins a day.
Well, there's the prenatal vitamins you're supposed to keep taking, I think.
Yeah, she still takes those, but dude, it was literally like 30 vitamins a day.
Wow.
It was wild.
Oh, I'd be blowing chunks, dude.
Yeah.
If I don't have like I take like a multivitamin, zinc, I think a D vitamin and like a B complex with a C. I try to do it every day. I usually like close every other day. And if I do it before I eat, I'll hurl.
Really?
Yeah, it makes my stomach churn. So 30 vitamins. Nice job,
Yeah.
Rebecca.
I don't believe in vitamins.
Dude, actually they say that it's like the two really bad things right now are sunscreen and vitamins.
Oh, you mean like the quality of what people are making?
Like like vitamins are no. It's like like fads. Like the big thing now that I've read is that vitamins are BS. Like you don't need vitamins.
Yeah, but people have been saying that for a long time.
Well, this is new to me. And like same thing with like sunscreen. Like people said that like using sunscreen. And I don't want to sound like an idiot here, but using sunscreen sometimes depending on what you use, the effects of actually using it are worse than what the sun will do to you, because of all the chemicals that are in there and that seeps into your skin.
Oh, I've heard that. I mean, that could be the case if like let's say you've got I don't know, some sort of like shitty sunscreen or something that like this is somebody was explaining it to me like, oh yeah, if you have sunscreen on, it's like worse for you than not having it. My thought would be maybe it works like if you have shitty sunscreen and then the sun gets on you and it's like in your pores, maybe that kind of like burns up over time. So maybe it's like better for you in the short term, but if you just put a layer on and then you get like sun poisoning anyway, maybe it's worse because you have like not only the sun poisoning, but now you have like chemicals
seeping into your skin.
Yeah, that would be my thought of how it would work if it was like bad for you, because I feel like it's got to do something, and you could probably buy shitty sunscreen.
Yeah, no doubt that it does do something for you, because if I don't wear sunscreen and the UV index is sky high, I don't wear sunscreen, I'm going to burn.
Yeah,
I know that. And if I put sunscreen on, I won't burn. So there's like a immediate, that it works. But
yeah,
just what are the side effects?
I'm bullish on sunscreen, but I'm anti-vaccine. That's for sure. I'll tell you that much,
dude. Some of these videos you sent me, we were talking a little bit before we came live, but what is this shit
going on in Australia?
Yeah, dude.
What are your thoughts on what's happening there, just based on the stuff that you've seen?
So, I got vaccinated.
Yeah.
So, but I'm probably unique in the way that like I don't care if people are vaccinated or unvaccinated. I did it because I felt that I needed to for other reasons. So I just went ahead and did it, and I was like, whatever, it's out of the way. I'm fine. I'm young.
Yeah.
And I see these stories, and like I put myself back in like 2018, right? Let's go back to 2018 before COVID was even a thing.
Yeah.
If you were to tell me that in 2018 we're sitting here talking and somebody says, "Oh, in Australia there's a camp, and if you don't wear a mask because you can possibly cough on someone and you're caught outside of your house without this said mask on, that a little bus will come and pick you up, and it's going to take you to a camp, not unlike I don't want to say it's like a concentration camp, but it's like from what if we can talk about the video to watch, but it's like you're in this. It's like isolation, dude. If you're gonna take somebody into this tiny little house, you can't get close to anybody. You can't talk to anybody for 14 days. I would have said, this is absolutely insane. That doesn't make any sense. You can't do that. That's infringing on civil liberties, no matter where you're at.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, dude, and here's the other thing, and I know we'll get way ahead of myself, but like, what if you have kids at home? What if you have like dogs and pets or like these other responsibilities that I'll say like, well, like those things are more important than a job. So like this woman lost her job because she was gone for 14 days. Like, what if you had bigger responsibilities? You're somebody's caretaker, or something, and then I go outside and they arrest me and throw me in a casino van and drive me off to this camp
because you may have been around somebody that had COVID.
Yeah,
but you can get a negative test. You can get a bunch of negative tests, and still somebody is just like, no, you have to stay here. You can't leave your room, and if you leave your room, you can go on this little balcony, and if you leave the little balcony, like, you'll get in more trouble. From who? It's fucking people wearing like aprons and these masks and gloves and shit. Like, they're not police officers. They're not like military. It's just people are like, get in the van. You're coming to this camp, and you have to stay here for 14 days.
So like, how do you feel about all of it? I mean, I kind of know, but reiterate to me, what are your thoughts on all this?
It's wild. Let me pull this up so people know what we're talking about.
A little background before you pull it up.
So basically, there's a YouTube channel. It's called Unheard, UNHERD, and let me see. Oh well, before I can show it, we have to watch a short advertisement about somebody with tattoos telling me that I probably need to improve my life with their coaching situation or something like that. So let's pull this bad boy up. Sorry for the delay, everybody. I'm figuring this shit out as we go. But there's this video inside Australia's COVID internment camp. But basically, this guy's interviewing this woman who was in oh my God, these fucking ads.
If you go to 7 minutes is the actual, right around 7 minutes is the actual footage of, I think, the camp that she went to.
7 minutes?
Yeah.
So she went to this camp, but basically, so I'll find that spot in a sec. But basically what she did is she was with somebody who had COVID, who got found that she had COVID, and they found her by tracking her license plate. So it wasn't like, oh, we know this person had it, and, you like self-identified or something like that you had it. Like, no, somebody found security camera footage that she was like on a moped or something, and they traced her fucking moped license plate back to her. Yeah. And then from there, they showed up at her house and they said, like, you were with this person, XYZ, did you get tested? And she said, like, yes, but she didn't. And then they went and checked some database and said, like, no, you didn't get tested. And she's like, all right, I lied, I was scared. And they're like, all right, get in the van. Like,
They came back for her.
They came back for her with a van to bring her to this thing.
And it's a big deal because she's like, I can't just like get in there, like pack an overnight bag. You got to get in the van. We're gonna take you to this spot. Did they give her an ultimatum and say, was there like a fine she was gonna have to pay, or was it just she had no choice? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think she had no choice. So let's see where this.
It's right at 7 minutes.
Here we go.
That's at the camp.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we get kicked off YouTube for this.
Was another police officer.
So what's the go?
So this, I'm going to give you a warning, yeah? It's an official warning that you have to stand above and obey the rules while you get, yeah? And that's, we have to go the rules again. I don't care.
So am I allowed to go to the laundry?
You're allowed to go to the laundry, but you got to wear a mask, yeah?
Yeah, righto.
And you definitely can't go up to fencing rods, but you're allowed to go to the laundry, yeah? That's always been the case, yeah?
Right, so if I was sitting just here, which is right near the fence, why are these guys in a cabin that's right near the fence? It makes no sense, does it?
Yeah, but you can't leave your balcony to go to the fence to talk to somebody else. That's just obvious, yeah?
So if I was
Again,
at
it
that
doesn't have to
balcony,
make sense. There has to be lines everywhere drawn, yeah? And one of the lines is you cannot leave your balcony and you cannot go to someone else. Where it makes no sense or doesn't seem right to you, that is the line, and that's what the law is, yeah? And that's how it goes, yeah?
the law.
Well, the show direction.
There's a law that says
Show
that.
direction, yep. There's a show direction, yeah?
This gets me.
What?
She goes, it doesn't make sense. He goes, it doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she handled this like a champ because I feel like I would be in a full-on rage.
Dude, I
And
would
I'm a
have
calm guy.
Yeah, I would have fucking lost it. But dude, so this is the side of stuff that makes me I feel like I'm a very like not pro gun, pro Second Amendment person because like I'm not a big gun guy. I've shot guns like maybe 5 or 6 times in my life. It's fucking sweet. I like it, but like I just never go do it. It's not like something I'm like super into. But dude, like I'm so thankful that like we have guns in this country because this shit is wild. Like whatever side of the fence that you sit on of like whether you or not you think that it's good to isolate, all this kind of stuff, like that's all reasonable. But man, to have somebody like to literally say, I think it's a good idea for somebody to be able to come and take you and put you on a bus and like go to a camp for 14 days with guys that are fucking dressed like this. And this fucking guy is here to tell you what's going on.
What's 28 days later type style.
Yeah.
Type stuff. It's
yeah.
mind blowing. But and we talked about this, and I'm using this term. I didn't come up with it, obviously. Like the boiled frog syndrome.
You came up with this term?
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, I did not come up with it. But I heard that, and I said I think from this guy, actually, when he's doing the interviews.
Okay.
He's got a different, the unheard guy, and a different
interview or something.
Yeah. And people are like, yeah, no, that's it's legit. Like it's so incrementally changed over time that now this is not a huge deal. And if you I love the comments, dude. I go to YouTube just for the comments alone.
Really?
Like, people on here, and it's funny because people are all so supportive of her, and like every comment.
I'm losing hope for my country. I've asked my friends what they think of these laws, and almost everyone supports it because it's keeping COVID at bay. I've never felt less in common with my countrymen.
Dude, it's like you have this congregation of people on here that it's like I don't know how far this goes down where everybody agrees with her or the gentleman that's doing the interview. It's like, dude, if there's this many people that agree, like why are we still doing this? Why are they? I mean, it's not us. That's Australia. But why are they doing this? What?
If there's so many people that agree or disagree?
No, agree that it's wrong to do this.
Well, because I guess there must be enough people that think it's a good idea. Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Did you see the video of like the governor or whatever who Australia governor lockdown mandates or something?
Like it's crazy, dude. And I obviously COVID is it's real. People get sick from it. People can die from it if under the right conditions, and it's a terrible thing.
So basically, what you're saying is fake.
No, it's
that's what you just said. Hi, I'm Matt Reed, and COVID is fake. That's what you said.
That's what Chris
right?
said. That's what Christoph says.
Who's Christoph?
Whether it's I don't know, dude, how to say this, but it's not. Whether it's there's a sickness and people get sick from it. Whether it's what it's being portrayed to be. Dude, no one wants to see your fellow Americans or any human get sick and die from something. It's terrible. That's not the thing, dude. I don't know how to put this in like a delicate way, but like, dude, everybody's gonna die from something.
Yeah.
And like the big thing that like people aren't talking about is like, dude, be more healthy. Like people that are locked up watching like just garbage and taking garbage information on TV, on social media, all that stuff. Dude, no wonder like things are terrible right now.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about this week was part of what, and I had to like think of this too. Like it took getting frustrated at the baby at night to like realize this, but like now that I'm back on social media for promoting the show, promoting my business and stuff, like I spent about 4 or 5 years off of social media because it was such a time suck, and like all your time disappears and you start like focusing in on weird stuff and you get like this kind of tunnel vision, and like I get irritable. And like that's what I realized is part of what was contributing to it was like I was irritable. Like if she would start crying and then the like I'm looking at something, it's like, oh, this is like interrupting that thing. I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? It's like a baby. She's crying. Like I had to take care of her. I'm like kind of irritated because I've been like on Instagram a little too long or these kinds of things. Like it's so, I don't know. It's so weird. But this is one, I don't know if we'll fucking get kicked off YouTube for playing these videos.
Are we still live?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see. We're banned. But listen to this guy. This guy's, yeah.
Why would we get, why, I'd be surprised they banned us because these videos are on YouTube.
Well.
Or it's like us.
I think that's what
could be talking out of the amount of content.
No, I think the issue is like us playing stuff from YouTube, but whatever.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's get kicked off. First go.
That your rhetoric around calling people anti-vaxxers, some of whom were vaccinated, has had an impact at all on vaccine take-up in parts of the territory?
No, and I'll repeat it. If you are anti-mandate, you are absolutely anti-vax. I don't care what your personal vaccination status is. If you support, champion, give a green light, give comfort to, support anybody who argues against the vaccine, you are an anti-vaxxer. Absolutely. Your personal vaccination status is utterly irrelevant. If you campaign against the mandate, if you campaign against people being vaccinated in vulnerable settings, teachers in classrooms, I'll be really clear, at that point in time, people were actually supporting the idea of a teacher being unvaccinated in a remote community classroom with kids who cannot be vaccinated. I reject that. I still reject it. And if you are out there in any way, shape or form campaigning against this mandate, you are absolutely anti-vax. If you say pro-persuasion, stuff it, shove it. We are absolutely going to make sure as many Territorians as possible are vaccinated. That is our best protection against this thing. And if you look at the Doherty modelling that's only come out since, that says if you double dose 80 in remote communities, 5 and up, I think you'll see our vaccine mandate is absolutely crucial to protecting lives.
Dude, how long have you been watching this? He I don't even think he blinked once. He kind of did, but I think he was just looking down. So I don't know what I'm more impressed with is his will to have these very dry eyes, or wow.
Dude, doesn't this guy looks like this guy looks like he's like a wild dog. This guy looks like he has rabies or something.
Dude, his eyes are wide open.
Dude,
he is
but
upset.
He's fucking. I'll tell you something right now. If you go outside and you didn't get the vaccine, you're a fucking piece of shit. And dude, and I did get bit by a raccoon. I was outside and I was checking in my neighbor's garbage because I knew his wife. She faked a vaccine passport and she threw it out. I know that because I was in the trash and a raccoon bit me. He bit me in the fucking leg, and I did get rabies. I did get the shots, but I did get rabies as well. But yeah, if you're against that, then I can't help you. If I'm gonna sniff your wife's panties that she threw out in the garbage, I can't fucking help you if you're not gonna get the vaccine.
Dude, that would have been good, but you blinked like 12 times.
So if you're gonna throw your wife's panties out, make sure you put it somewhere high up in the garbage can so I could find it really easily.
Dude, this is crazy, man. He's literally describing me.
Yeah,
I got the vaccine. I don't care if people don't get the vaccine. I'm protected.
Shove it.
I don't understand but I'm not a medical professional or anything even close to it.
No, but this is like
scientist,
but
these doesn't.
These are the people that are running countries. Like,
and here's
look at this guy. Like, look at his eyes. Like, this guy's a wild man.
Like, I just read this, and I think this is like part of stoicism that we've been studying. Is that people who have open mind, like you're open to other people's ideas. Those people, from what I've read tend to be more intelligent. So it's like this. Like he obviously, in no way, he's rejecting every other idea that probably has come his way, and he's like, nope, this is my truth. This is it. It doesn't matter what anybody says.
Yeah.
He's like full throttle.
Dude, but this is like the stuff that I'm talking about is like you have somebody that's like this that is running a country, or at least a section of a country. I don't know what the fuck's going on in Australia, but like you have somebody like this who's running this stuff, and then you have camps where they can literally take you against your will and go to. Like, dude, change the fucking accent on this. And it's not that different than like 80 years ago. I do not care if you are just saying that you should like it.
Yeah.
Well, then it doesn't matter. Then you just go into the camp. Like,
you're kind
dude, look at this fucking guy's eyes. I am telling you, I was not looking in the garbage for your wife's panties. I just happened to find them. I was looking for her fake vaccine passport.
You have a point. That's a very valid point.
Dude, this is the thing. This is the wild part about it. Is like that's what scares me about this shit. Is like that it could fucking lead to that. So the Unheard guy, he interviewed somebody when he went to Austria, and it was actually a really good interview because that guy, like, he's vaccinated. He talked to people from all sides of what's going on in Austria, where they have like a lockdown for unvaccinated people, and some guy had a good point. He's like, well, the main difference between now and, with the Jews and the Nazis was that right now the majority is trying to get the minority to become part of the majority. So like the majority vaccinated are trying to get the unvaccinated to be part of the vaccinated group versus, 80 years ago, this group was trying to eliminate another group. So, I mean, it is a fair distinction. My concern is that, like, it just kind of depends on the right person to come along and decide what can and can't be done. Like, maybe it's all good people running the stuff to send people into fucking camps on buses. I can't believe that, but maybe it's all good people. But what then if somebody comes in and decides, like, look, we can't really have these people like leaving. Like, we can't have them like running away from the camp. So, like,
well, I guess
it could be dangerous. So,
and here's the good thing about this is like he thinks like they think they're doing well. Like, they think that they're doing the right thing, which in turn that's good. That's great. I mean, they care about their citizens. They care about people not getting sick, but it seems like it's just getting out of hand, dude. Not seems, it is getting out of hand.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, dude. It's crazy that this stuff's going on in the world right now, but it is. And I think it's important to talk about it because, like, I've been feeling like a crazy person this whole time, just telling people, like...
Well, you are a crazy person.
I know, but, like... yeah, but like looking at this stuff, I have been saying this whole time, like, guys, like, you got to look just a layer past what everybody is saying. Like, this stuff never ends. Like, flatten the curve. We'll be back to normal in 2 weeks. 2 years later, we're setting up fucking camps for people to go to in the guise of protecting the Aboriginal people of Australia.
And you have no say. And
no,
if you don't go, she was talking about a few people escaped the camp.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when you see somebody escaping? You're gonna like wrestle them to the ground or shoot them or something? What comes next?
He coughed in my mouth.
Like, dude, out of control.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why. So like that's why I am.
Sorry.
What?
This is the same country that the chats come from.
I know, dude. You know what I was
they wouldn't take any of this.
I was literally thinking, I bet the fucking chats better have been at these fucking rallies going against this. This is out to you, the chats, the singers of Smoko. If you guys are pro fucking locking people in camps, then I'm only going to listen to Smoko from now on. I'm not going to listen to any other stuff. But
I'll still listen.
Dude, it's like this is what I'm talking about. If we have like I'm not a big gun guy, but dude, Second Amendment, the amount of guns that we have in this country, like good luck trying to fucking put people from Florida in like different camps and stuff.
Oh, dude, I thought people were gun maniacs when I lived up in Indiana. Then I come down here. No, dude, Floridians they're gun people.
One time, I don't know if I ever told you this, but like, so this was in college, and we were hanging out. Two of my friends, one was a girl, one was a guy, and the girl was dating this guy. He's from Florida, but he was like, I don't know, we were like 20 and 19. This guy must have been like 35. It's like one of those guys, and so we're gonna go out to a bar. So she's like, oh, let's go to his house first or his apartment. So we go there and walk in. The centerpiece on the table is a fucking crossbow, and then like we go in the kitchen and he's like, oh yeah, you know, we're more armed than so and so, and he's like, yeah, check it out. And he opens his bedroom door. He's got like an AK, an AR-15, another machine gun, a shotgun, like all just like sitting against the wall. And me and my buddy are like, oh, fuck, all right, let's go. And then he's like, all right, yeah, let's get ready to go out. And he puts on like a jacket and he takes a fucking pistol and like puts it right here. And he's like, you guys want some Jaeger bombs? We were like, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do a Jaeger bomb.
And we went out to the bar with some guy that had a fucking gun right here the whole time.
So like that,
and you're not really allowed to do that.
no.
It was sketchy, but also that's the kind of person that will also say like, yeah, come back with your little van, like come back with your little bus. Let's see what happens. Like,
I'm glad that there's those types of people out there.
Me too.
I am not one of those.
No.
What's that saying? It's like Jordan Peterson just said this. I just heard him say this. It's like the person that you want. Like people are like, oh, he's nice, he's harmless. Like that's not the type of person that you want to be. You want to be an absolute maniac, like just nuts, dude, like that guy. But you want to be able to, if you can control it. Those are the people that you want around.
Yeah,
like those are the people that you should be running stuff.
Yeah,
as crazy as it sounds, because like if stuff starts going down, like, dude, you're screwed if you have no kind of ability, like no weapons, no kind of martial art background, or like just anything.
Dude, one thing about all this stuff that's making me concerned, especially with like the LA ports and stuff, is like, man, I don't know how to grow food. Like, I was thinking about this too. This is where that kind of change comes into play. I was thinking about this last night. I was like looking at Lana, like, dude, like my wife feeds her like by breastfeeding. Like, I can't feed her from my body, and if I didn't have a way to feed her, like, what would I do? You know? Yeah. Like, what would I do? And now I'm like, maybe I gotta just get a couple cans of, like, formula or something, but maybe I gotta get, like, seeds. Like, I want to learn how to grow shit, but then at the same time, it's like, I can't even keep like a shower clean. Like I cleaned the shower for the first time today in like 2 months because it was like just got bad enough that I was like, all right, I just got to fucking do it. Like now go take that and apply it to growing crops on top of doing all this shit. Like, but I don't know.
See, like I've looked into this too because you want to always like have some, like, especially in Florida, you have hurricane season and things like that. So like in Florida, you should already be somewhat prepared. Yeah, have some canned goods, have some, some things in case stuff does get bad and power goes out, like it did in Irma. I'm like, we use some of our stuff. People, gave us some of their stuff, and but yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think that we should, as Americans, learn how to do more stuff with ourselves and the land, and not rely on these third-party vendors or other countries to supply us with everything that we need.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of it.
Oh,
just as much as anybody. That, like, if things did hit the fan, like, I'd probably be okay for a little bit, but dude, I've never hunted in my life. I can fish.
I
But-
can't even do that.
Yeah, I can catch fish all day long sometimes. But like I was talking to a guy today, and we were talking. I was like, if I was gonna hunt, I was like, I think it'd be cool to like hunt with a bow. And he's like, yeah, no, it's hard. You got to really know what you're doing. And then we were talking about like guns and his gun collection, and he was like, I'm not a collector. He's like, I have quite a few guns, but every one that I have has killed some kind of animal. Like I use them to kill animals.
So, like,
that's what they're for.
It's like my favorite hunt is like, you know, the real thing.
Yeah, he's like, they've killed animals.
Animals.
And I'm like, yeah, that's great. Like those are the people that we need around, and those are the people you want to be friends with and know if shit does hit the fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Well, and that's why I'm interested in some of these like Bitcoin things and actual Bitcoin as a currency, not just an investment, because I don't understand it as an investment, but like some of these things as an actual alternative currency, like in case something happens with the dollar, like
Yeah.
gold or silver or Bitcoin or some of these different things that would just serve as an alternative. Because I don't know what's going on, man. Like, these are the people that are running shit, unfortunately. Like, this guy's not the only one. Like,
It's a very
let's take a look at that again. Nice.
it's a very real concern, though. It's a valid concern that
Yeah.
things could go sideways. I mean, you just
It happens throughout history all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think it would be very ignorant for people to think like, oh, we're in America, this will never happen. Like, it could very well happen. America's only been around for
200-something years.
a couple hundred years. Like
Man, it happens all over the world. Like, it kind of happens today still, but it's happened in like European places too. Like 100 years ago, like World War I happened, then you had World War II. Like, there's a lot of shit like that. You have China. It's like all kinds of crazy stuff, because I'm so confused about China, because like we're partners. Some people want to go to war with them. I don't understand what's really like going on with this stuff, because I don't want to go to fucking war with China. That would suck, dude. Like,
yeah.
that it's just
No,
like,
of course.
and I don't know if like war looks different moving forward and stuff, but that stuff scares the shit out of me, because there's people that want to go to war.
Well, I think war does probably would look different, in the near future, because a lot of things are, as far as like technology goes. I mean, you can wipe out, if somebody's really smart enough. I think this could happen. Like, they could wipe out an entire like banking system, or
yeah,
and then it's like, there's a movie, man. I can't. Is it called A Fireside? I think it's called A Fireside.
what is it?
It's like when like another like somebody would be coming after your country or whatever, they would like shut down first would be like the internet. They take out the internet, then they take out like your electricity, then like all mobile phones would be, and it's like from there you literally are sending notes back and forth by pigeon.
Yeah,
It's like you come in the inside and then you work your way out, and then by the time you're done, like you're back to square one.
dude, I mean, that would be the way to attack some of this
Because
stuff.
we rely so heavily on all this stuff, so much for communication. I mean, dude, when's the last time you had cash in your hand?
4 days ago.
But still, like,
But it's not it's not an everyday thing. Like,
No.
most of the stuff is with a credit card.
yeah, dude, I've never, the entire time since I graduated college, in the workplace, I've never received like a check since like for work. It goes right into my bank account. And
Yeah,
then-
that's true for the most part.
You know what I'm saying? And then I use that money, and you buy things online. I mean, yes, we get cash out for certain things, but like our parents and our grandparents, it was cash.
Yeah.
You can have that and use that. But if somebody takes off like my phone or my credit card gets turned off or something, like you're SOL.
Yeah. Well, and some of this stuff too. It's all of our money is digital. If you think about it, like there's no way that there's as much cash as there is dollars. Like when I say all my money's like digital, it's on my phone. I look in the bank account. I have the credit card. When you swipe the credit card, that shows up in your credit card statement. It's all digital stuff, and then occasionally you see real cash every once in a while. But I don't know. That's why I'm like, oh well, if all this stuff is digital now, two things. Like, at a certain point, could somebody just shut that off on you if they wanted to? You know, like you get decided like, hey, you don't think the right way, or it's whatever it might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I try not to be like conspiracy theory about this stuff, but I mean, these groups do have a lot of power. They can shut things down. They can turn your money off. It wouldn't be that hard. You can get your money shut off, and then you can have a lawsuit go through, and you might be able to win, but you might not have access to any of your money for 3 months or 6 months. Like, if somebody wanted to do that to you and they could, find some sort of justification, like say you're like a domestic terrorist or something like that, shut you out of accounts because we needed to do it for the safety of a bunch of people, and then you get shut out and you're like, fuck, this is not true. I know I'm going to win. You wait 3 months or 6 months, but you missed like mortgage payments, or you missed payments like if you had employees, like you didn't pay your payroll for 3 months and now your employees all left.
Yeah.
Like, like things like that. So I don't know. Anyway, how's your Spotify wrapped up for 2021?
A little surprising, honestly.
Was it?
Yeah.
Why?
So here's what I'm thinking, man. I got this MPC about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I think that that drove me into wanting to listen to more like underground hip hop.
Yeah.
Because I'm like listening to the beats, seeing how they chop up samples and different sounds. So, dude, of course, People Under the Stairs was my number one. I said I was 0.05% in the top of the listeners.
That's nuts.
I listened to like 4,000 minutes of People Under the Stairs. How was yours?
Mine was like pretty much all focused around Turnstile. So
all your top 5 of your songs, right? Were Turnstile.
All top 5 of my songs were Turnstile.
#Turnstile.
Let's see. Yep, top songs: Holiday, Mystery, TLC, No Surprise, Underwater Boy, and then like the artist though, it was Turnstile, 311, and then like that Nick Hexum, George Clanton thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because I didn't know who George Clanton was when you showed me that. Nick Hexum I know, 311.
Yeah, so George Clanton and Nick Hexum made this this like, it's like an electronica album. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really good. And Seagrave sent me his thing, and that was in his top thing too.
The Nick Hexum and George Clanton.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, it's really good. It kind of makes me change the way I'm looking at some of the songs I'm writing, because there's a lot of like extra effects and things like that. And I don't know, it's just like unique rhythms with like a lot of texture and like a lot of different depth and aspects to it. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
You're talking about that album?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to all of it, but I've listened to a few songs when you'd sent it to me a while ago. Does it show how many viewers we have right now?
How many people are fucking watching this thing?
If you guys are watching us, thank you for hanging out and having a good Wednesday night. We all know you have a ton of plans and a lot of things to do, so we appreciate you spending
some time with us on this Wednesday night.
A little bit of time with us.
I have no idea, dude. I thought I knew, but I guess I don't.
Curious to see if people are asking us any questions.
No questions yet.
Really?
We'll have to figure this out as we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Rhiannon said that she posted a video of her daughter doing a like a clean and jerk type thing, because her daughter does weightlifting.
Yeah.
And she said she posted it, and now it's at 102,000 views.
She's got a younger daughter, right? She's in high school?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I guess
she's into Olympic lifting, right? So she's probably doing some weight.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I think she's doing more than I am. She could definitely probably fucking lift more than me.
That clean and jerk stuff, dude, is like a real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, you are throwing around some weight. Like, like, oh, they have a 45 on each side. I'm like, no, dude, that's like a person you're lifting over your head.
That's true.
If you're pressing it, yeah. Good for her. That's cool.
Yeah, that is sweet. Dude, what else we got?
I don't know.
Shit.
Honestly, I can't believe an hour was almost gone by that fast.
This is cool going live.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if anybody said anything, I guess we can find out later, but...
Nope. Nobody said shit. You lazy motherfuckers. Huh.
That's weird. I want to see something. What if I go on to...
Well, I'm glad we tested this out.
Yeah. Let's see if I go to Cheine On.
Because it kind of it kind of like changes the way that you have to approach this stuff. You know? I don't know. It's interesting. I like it. I think we should keep going live with this stuff.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, why not?
Well, yeah, why not?
Here, let's pull these bad boys up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm watching you on my phone.
I'm watching you. Can you leave a comment?
Oh, I'm not signed in.
Here. Don't worry about it, dude. We'll figure it out. Let's pull one of these pod decks before we wrap it up.
All right. Episode ideas. I think this one's super cool. I saw this one. All right, Chris. Discuss your desert island books, music, movies. Is this overdone? You want to do another one?
Yeah.
I think this will be a good one.
Discuss your desert island book.
Discuss your Lost at Sea books, movies. Now, this actually says, discuss 3 silly mistakes to avoid in life. All right, dude. So what? We're in our late 20s. I'm about to be 30. You're about to be, well, you just turned 29. What have we learned in the first third of our life, hopefully? What have you learned?
What have I learned? Being cynical doesn't help anything. It just doesn't. Like if you're like and it's like so appealing too when you're younger. Like even when I was up to like my early 20s, it was like appealing to be cynical because then you're like, oh, this fucking sucks. You're like, fucking gay, dude. And you're like
you're trying to, when you say cynical, like be against the norm. Kind of thing.
And you're like fake jaded and all this stuff. Like you're trying to make yourself be like that. It's like, dude, it doesn't help anything. Like chances are you're probably miserable because of something else. It's not because you need to like think a certain way or like, oh, this sucks. Like, dude, you're going to realize I realized looking back how fucking annoying I was when I thought like that, you know? Like you're just a Debbie Downer and you're not moving your life forward. So all the time that you spend like, woe is me. Like you're not getting anything done. You're just making things worse for yourself and you're just digging a deeper hole. Yeah. So like that's one for me. What do you got?
I should have been thinking while you were talking. I think a big thing, and this is probably silly that I'm saying this, that I'm just now kind of finding this out, but like a lot of opinions that people have, like I guess not worrying about other people's opinions about you.
Yeah.
Like, dude, everybody's going to think that you're a certain way and they might not like that way. It's like, it doesn't matter, man, at the end of the day. Because if you're not authentically doing the things that you should be doing, you're just really going to put yourself in a bad place, I think.
Yeah.
There's something about...
How much time do you spend thinking about what other people think about you?
I hate to admit this, but, like, dude, I think everybody does.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a natural thing. Like, oh, my... Like, dude, I'll say something, and then... Which this podcast is kind of helped me a lot because like I would have like said something in the past and like, I can't believe I just said that, dude. And you'd be thinking about it all day. Like, how did I sound when I said this? Did I sound goofy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this person thinks I'm this way. It's like, dude, no, they didn't. No one cares. And if they do have opinions, those people don't really matter anyway.
Well, and nobody's going to think about it as harshly as you will. Like, so even, like Greg did a podcast a few weeks ago. He's like, oh man, fuck, like, shit, didn't go as good as I was hoping. And then we listened back to it and we were both like, actually, this was really good. Like, you nailed it. We're both like, yeah, all right, cool. And it's one of those things of you gotta do it. But part of it is being hard on yourself. Actually, it's like, I think it's a good baseline, but then you have to figure out how to get past it. I think that's part of being like the cynical side of things too, right? Is if you're already naturally hard on yourself, but you stay cynical, you're not going to turn that part of your brain on that actually looks for a like way forward, right?
Yeah, true.
You're not going to actually try to solve what you've got going on. You're going to just settle for that, like that nihilism, that like, oh, it doesn't matter, fuck it, like that. And that doesn't move you forwards. But if you are already like harsh on yourself, but you can get past that and start to think of like, okay, how do I get better? How do I try to like figure this out? What can I learn from what I did wrong and then try to move forward? You actually turn that disadvantage into an advantage, because a lot of people will put things out that are total shit and then they won't try to get better. And that's kind of the nice part about trying to get better at stuff is like, there's a lot of people that aren't going to be willing to get better. Like they're only going to hit a certain point and they're not going to try to get better. So if you just keep going, like, then it kind of nullifies the things that other people might think about you or might say about you.
Yeah.
Actually,
let me rephrase this.
Okay.
When I just said that opinions don't matter, because I guess they kind of do in a way. Now that you maybe kind of think of this, opinions, negative. You shouldn't let other people's negative opinions get to you.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I guess now that you said that, I maybe kind of think about this, is that I guess some opinions of people might help you come to a realization or a different outcome that you wouldn't have before. So
sure.
I don't want to say that, every opinion doesn't matter, because there's maybe some value in some things. So
yeah.
I want to rephrase it to that.
No, I know what you're saying. And that's what I mean is like, it's not, and if you are honestly trying to get better at things and do things better, like you'll look for that feedback from people. Like you'll actually, when you go to ask for advice, you'll actually be asking for advice, not just somebody to tell you the thing that you should be doing,
Exactly.
So I don't know. Those are some of the things that I kind of wish I didn't do. Oh, one other thing too is like thinking that you're out of time, but also thinking that you have all the time in the world. So like and being so fixated on like something specific.
Hurry up,
but slow down.
Yeah.
No, so like I guess a good example is I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to have that as my career because I liked traveling. I liked playing music. I loved Pepper 311. Like I saw Pepper play live and I was like, I want to fucking do that. Like that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And so like that's what I said I wanted to do. And on the like running out of time piece, it's because there really is only so long that you can like go and have a band like that. If you don't establish it early enough, there's a good chance that you probably aren't going to go down that path in life and that it's probably not a good fit for you. Like the band life, the touring life, vans, getting no money, living on the fucking floor of other people's places all around the country. Like I did a version of that and I'm so thankful I did it, but like you don't have forever. You got to move on that. But also the idea of being a musician and playing music and all these things, like now that I'm 29, I'm realizing like, oh, I have more time than I thought to actually do a wider set of things. Like, it's not as limited as I thought it was. Like, it's not all about being in a band and doing all these things and touring and all this stuff. Like, I wanted some of that for the adventure, right? But
Yeah.
like the actual reality of it is it's different than you think it is. And so like there's a wider variety of options. So you never really run out of time in the grand scheme. So I don't know. I guess like I wish I would have switched those priorities and like focused on what mattered more. Cause I could have, when I was younger, like I could have really drove into it and done what I needed to do to be in the band and tour around. Like I kind of wish I like went for it more. But then also I gave up music for a few years because I figured it was done. Like I was like, oh yeah, just you're done. Like you don't, yeah, I don't really do that anymore. And I'm like, no, like what the fuck am I talking about? Like it's like 90-year-olds playing music. I could play
Yeah.
music forever. So that's like a really confusing way of looking at it. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right. And it seems like music.
does it make sense though?
Yeah,
What I'm
like,
talking about?
Yeah, so like music's always going to be a constant in your life, but yeah, you in a lot of places there.
So it's
But yeah, I understand. Yeah, you
you
no-
get fixated on certain things being like, oh, I have to do this right now. And if I don't, then I've totally failed and I have to give it up. Like, no, that's not true. But if you also don't move on it fast enough, that window will close on you. Like my window for being in a band like a 311, like a Pepper or something like that window has closed for me.
Yeah,
But that doesn't mean like I couldn't put a band together and go tour and do other things. But
correct.
doing that thing that I really wanted to do for a long time, that window has closed. And I didn't go through that door when I could have.
The beauty of that is that you don't know until it's too late. And you're like, well, that's out of the question.
Yeah.
But it's kind of makes it like kind of sweet. It's like, all right, man. Like you had the chance to try, and you did try it.
Yeah.
And
Twice.
yeah, a couple times. But the beauty of it is that like music's always going to be in your life, so you always get to have some kind of version of that.
Yeah.
So, but I know what you're saying. When something doesn't work out, you're like, all right, this doesn't work. I'm completely done with it. Like it doesn't need to be that way.
Yeah. And what was I going to say?
I don't know.
There's another piece to that. But I don't know. I wish I didn't like totally think like that. What were we just talking about? Like had the band, stopped doing it. What was I just talking about? I don't fucking know.
The question was 3 silly mistakes.
No, I know that. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so those are I wish I didn't do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
I get
that's
that,
all.
sure.
That's all. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I think everybody knows what you're saying.
Dude,
All the 0 people that are watching us.
I know. Oh, we might have one.
Oh,
Hey, one person that's listening
hey.
live.
Oh.
Maybe not. We might not even have one. They might have left.
I don't want to watch these 2 nerds talk about things they don't know anything about.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't blame him.
Dude, I know a silly mistake is, this is going to be cliche, but just be nice to people, man. I just feel like you get so much farther doing that. I'm not saying like be a weak person, but just like, dude, everybody's got a story. Not everybody's going through something, but a lot of people are going through things. Like I was thinking about this today. I drove, like how many people do I drive by in a day? Thousands.
Yeah.
Every person has a story. Everybody's probably got some pain, going through some stuff, and it's like, man, don't make those people's lives harder than they need to be. It doesn't do you any good to be an asshole to somebody.
Yeah.
So like that's something that has always bothered me when I see like
Yeah. People like being assholes, though.
Yeah,
But
we've
you
talked
need-
about this before.
Yeah,
like,
you do need every type. You need every type of person because they
yeah.
balance everything out.
Yeah, they balance the scales, but be nice to people when you can.
Yeah, agreed. You want to leave it on that?
Sure.
You want to leave it on that? You fucking piece of shit.
Dare
fucking
you?
asshole. Fuck.
Hey,
Shit.
watch your tone when you're
Oh,
cussing.
I'm. I didn't mean to say any of that fucking shit. I'm really.
All right, I'm offended. All right, I don't care. Are you ready to go?
You know what?
You wanna do
You know,
another one?
scramble those pod decks up. We're gonna do one
The
more.
what?
So the pod dicks. So for everybody listening, there's these things called pod decks, and I actually talked to the guy. He's really cool. His name's Travis.
Travis.
And there's these deck of cards that basically give you ideas for podcasts. So let's pick another
Not
one.
that one. No, go ahead and take that one.
Uh-oh. Throwback Thursday. Share your most embarrassing moment. Dude, one thing I've been thinking about was when I did stand-up comedy.
Oh, no.
I bombed so hard, and I felt so fucking bad because, like, this was when I was in it was so bad. It was when I was in Orlando, and I was at that shitty call center job, and, like, I had just quit, and, like, I was so fucking sick of all the people I was talking to, all the people that I was working for. I was just fucking angry. And at the time, like, I loved Bill Burr, like Joe Rogan, like
Hold
Louis
on.
C.K.
I'm sorry. Go back. I was thinking about something. You said you were working with a bunch of people that you didn't like?
Like, I didn't like my job. I didn't like any of the people I was talking to. I didn't like any of, like, the people that were higher up. Like, I hated all of it. And, like, I felt bad, too, because it was borderline scam. So, like,
Oh, you were like a telemarketer or something, right?
basically, I was trying to convince people that thought they were calling in for jobs to allow colleges to call them and market them and nonstop call them and email them. It was fucking terrible. So, like, you're kind of like an adversary with the people that you're talking to. And also you empathize with them because you're like, I'm about to sign you up for some fucking bullshit. I only lasted 2 months of that job. But so I was really fucking angry and everything. But also, like, all my favorite comedians at the time were, like, playing with, like, race and racial things. And so, like, I tried to, and I had 5 minutes to do this joke, and the place was fucking packed. It was the busiest show I had done.
Dude, I'm getting
at that
butterflies
point.
listening to this.
And I went on, and I tried to do this joke where, like, you know how, like, back in, like, I don't know if you watched comedy back then, but, like, a lot of the comedians were, like, they would say stuff that was, like, racy, and then they would, like, come up and you were like, oh, okay. So, like, I tried to do something where I, like, made it seem like it was, like, kind of racist, and then there's gonna be a big reveal, like, that no, it's all this stuff. And like, that reveal was in, like, the last 30 seconds of the joke, and my time was up, and the guy goes, all right, dude, you're done. And I was like, dude, can I just have, like, 30 more seconds? Like, he's like, nah, man, you're done. I was like, I'm sorry, everybody. I probably sound really racist. I really apologize if I ruined your night. I'm really sorry.
No.
Thank you. Have a good night. Like, it was fucking bad because, like, the whole point was to, like, bring it along and then have this big reveal. And in my head, you're like, oh, people are going to be laughing the whole way, and then it's going to be really funny at the end. But I wasn't funny. So, like, it wasn't funny throughout, and then looking back on it, the end joke wouldn't have been fucking funny at all
It's a
either.
sign, dude.
And then I think so it was bad because I talked to the dude that was hosting it that night. That night I talked to him, and he was like a black dude, and I was like, dude, I'm really sorry if, like, it came off that I was, like, racist. I wasn't trying to do that, like that. And he's like, no, dude, it's okay. Like, you were clearly trying to be funny. He's like, it didn't work, but, you know, you were clearly trying. I was like, all right, dude. Well, I apologize. Like, I didn't mean to, like, put a damper on any of this stuff. Like, that wasn't the intention. He's like, no, it's cool. And then I go to, like, something the next night, and some guy's like, man, this lady was fucking pissed at you. She said she wanted to beat the shit out of you. You should have got the shit kicked out of you for saying that stuff. And I was like, no, dude. Like, I fucking, not only did I bomb, but I made people fucking feel bad about all this stuff.
You made some enemies.
Dude, I felt I felt like the biggest piece of shit ever. I felt so bad. Like, I was like, man, I probably made so many people feel uncomfortable that night. I probably made, just like, ugh. feels gross, like even thinking about it. And I had forgotten that piece about talking to the guy that ran the open mic. I forgot that until recently, because I was just always think about how that guy said that lady wanted to beat the shit out of me, and I should have got my ass kicked for that. But like I was 22 and I had just left my job, and I was like, I'm gonna try like figure something out with comedy or figure out something with this stuff, and it was like so crushing that I was just like, that was a big part of probably why I left Orlando. I was like, I got nothing here. I can't find another job. I can't find anything. Apparently, people want to kick my ass.
Jokes. Like, hey, there's that guy from the bar the other night. So, do you think that's a hilarious story, buddy? Do you think that you would try stand up again?
Maybe at some point.
I feel like this is like a Tosh.0 type of deal where I wish it was on camera and you just bombed really bad, and then you go back to the same place and tell the joke and see if it actually turned out okay.
Nope, not definitely not telling that joke again.
Shoot, dude.
Yeah, it was just like, ugh, feel gross. You're like, ugh.
I feel gross knowing you.
Good, you should. All right, dude. Well, that was a pretty fucking embarrassing moment in my life. What do you got?
Dude, I don't know if anything that tops that.
You don't need to top it. This one time I put my socks on inside out. This one time I did this. I put my shoes on backwards.
Dude, I remember being really embarrassed one time. I might have told you this story. It's not like now. It's not like embarrassing, but when I did it, dude, I felt like the biggest dumbass ever. It was like the opening to a movie. It was like a big deal. Like a bunch of people I knew. Like we went with like 20 people. I can't remember what movie it was, but it was a big one. And when you're in, I don't know, I was probably like a junior in high school, sophomore in high school. And dude, you're in the movie theaters and everybody's all loud and you're being those kids. I don't know if you've been in the movies recently and saw younger kids there, but it's annoying. And I can't say anything because that's the shit that we did. You're like giggling and laughing. Nobody can hear. You're throwing popcorn and stuff. Oh, we get there and I'm with all these people and the movie's about to start and we already like ripped through all like this food that we got. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go get like some more slushies and this. And then as I'm walking out, everybody's like, hey, can you fill this up? Can you fill this up? So like by the time I get down to the stairs, I'm like, dude, I got a ton of stuff. So like I walk to the counter. I'm trying to like be in a hurry or whatever. And it's one of those movies that I think this was after that big shooting. So it's like the security was heavy. And I come back in and I don't know what the New York movie theaters look like, but on ours they had like these big stairs on each side.
Yep.
So I come in, the movie's about to start. It's real dark. I can't see anything. I have like 4 slushies, 3 things of popcorn. I'm like trying to get by everybody. There's people standing up, and I see my friends. I'm like, all right, and I'm walking, dude. I clip the stair, and this just happened. This cop just happened to be standing at the step after that step. I threw all the slushies and all of the food all over him. Just covered this guy. I just remember being like, I fell. I threw everything. Everyone in the movie theater stopped. They started clapping. And I was like, no way, dude, did I just do this? And he was cool about it. But I just remember being like, wow.
I remember getting tased. It was terrible.
He was just like looking at me. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I'm not high, I swear.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. He's like, oh, it's okay.
It's okay, get the fuck away from me.
And then I just like had one slushie that was half filled, and I'm like walking back into my seat, like, sorry everybody, I lost all of your things, but that's not a great story. But
yeah, dude, you really you left the show off on a damper. You
gonna do one more?
Yeah, fuck it. We'll do a quick round.
All right, speed round.
Speed round.
Ready, Chris? You look excited about this. Oh, dude. Actually, these aren't. No. Let's close up shop.
Fuck it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you. Peace.
Woo!